This is my 1982 Yamaha SR250. I picked it up the other day to do a multi-part series on this bike. It's got a bunch of issues we gotta get fixed, some major, some not so major. Today we're not gonna do a whole lot. I'm waiting on parts to come in. Just figured I would let you guys look at the bike, see the issues that I see, and see what we might be able to repair today. It definitely's got some stuff going wrong. I don't think it's nothing we can't fix, but I will bring you guys in here and let you check it out. Okay, now that I got you guys down here, the bike's got a few major things wrong with it. Firstly is that top end of the motor has a really bad tick. At least I'm hoping it's top end of the motor. That's what it sounds like to me. This carburetor was leaking fuel real bad. We got that fixed. However, up in here, I don't know if you can see the top of that or not. That is where the air to fuel ratio screw goes in. It is just completely missing. So when the bike does run, it runs really bad. It pops and backfires. I'm assuming that's the cause of the popping and backfire through the carburetor. As you can tell, it was leaking fuel and everything else. The bike has a oil leak that we've got to address. I'm not sure exactly what's up with the oil leak, but we'll get that fixed as well. Like I said, I can't do a whole lot because I'm waiting on parts, but there's a couple things we can do to it today. One of the other things is that the guy that I got this from, I believe, has got all the use out of this tire that we can possibly get out of it. So we're gonna have to replace the tire. Another issue is that the tail light lights up, but it doesn't have any brake lights. So we've got to address that. It's kind of dark on this side, but it's got a brake switch here, but as you can tell, it's not plugged up. So we can actually address that today. We'll look into it. I don't have a wiring diagram, but we'll try to figure it out. It's got just tangling, like the rectifier is just sitting here dangling, so we got to get that fixed as well and mounted somewhere. The carburetor is leaking. Best I can tell is that this is like a prime. So when you hold throttle down, I can tell when you pull a carburetor apart that it primes it. So I'm assuming that's what that is. So this is all busted, so it leaks fuel as well. Which, like I said, we're getting a new carburetor, so this doesn't matter to me. The bike has no turn signals front or back, so we've got to get that addressed too. We're waiting on those to come in as well. They've got pretty cheap ones on Amazon that would have been factory. The tank is all beat up. We're gonna repaint the tank. It is, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's like an iridescent color. Come over here, you might be able to see it. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the purple on the side. We've got to get that situated because I don't really like the color. So I'm going to show you the gas tank. Let me grab a flashlight real quick so I can show you that. That's going to be another big issue that I'm not quite sure how to fix yet. Maybe one of you guys can help out and let me know how you would fix it. It's got a bunch of rust in there. So it's rust. I'm trying to get this light where you can see. It's really bad rusty. It's got stuff coming apart inside there. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can get my finger down here. So right there at the tip of my finger is just something in there floating. Kind of looks like a leaf to me, but I can't really tell. So we've got to address the inside of this tank as well and get it fixed. I have no idea how to do that. As you can tell, all of this is rusted up. So it's kind of a pain to put back down. They've got this on here. We're gonna do away with this. I don't really think there is much sense in having this on here. So we're gonna do away with that. The speedometer cable is not hooked up. I'm not quite sure why. It's smushed pretty bad, so it may not even work, but we're gonna try it regardless. We're gonna replace the headlight. Basically, we're gonna go through this bike and we're gonna put everything new on it that we can put new on it. that will make it run better, ride better, look better. So we're gonna go through that. We're probably gonna pick up a new front tire too. The back tire is from 2008. It's got the date stamp. I don't know if I can show you that or not. But the date stamp is 2008 on it. Yeah, there you go. 21 of 08. I don't think the front tire is probably any newer. I'll be very surprised if it is. Let's see, I can't rock this bike back. I don't see it at the moment, but I'm assuming it's probably about the same date. So we're gonna go and pick up front tire, back tire. We're gonna do a new exhaust on it. We may wind up pulling the whole motor, everything out of it while we've got the tires off. Completely cleaning the frame back up, spraying it back down. But as of right now, that is it. That's what I can see needs to be fixed. I'm sure there's more that I'm missing, but I'm not quite sure what I'm missing. Like I said, it rides pretty decent, except for the carburetor acting up and the tick. I've rode it up and down my road a couple of times with no issues. When I did first get it, carburetor was really bad, out of whack. It wouldn't run hardly. It would just die on you back and forth. So I have taken care of that. It actually cranks up and runs now pretty decent. I'll set you guys up here after I get this camera adjusted down. This is all a new process to me, so it may take me a little bit to get used to this stuff. I don't know if you can hear the tick, but it's pretty bad. Well, yeah, so that's what it's doing. Before it was way worse than that. It just wouldn't hardly run at all. So we've got that addressed pretty well. Of course, the carburetor will fix a lot of that running issue. And then that tick, we got to take care of that as well. All right, I'm going to set you guys up. So give me a minute. We're going to get set up to where I can pull the seat and stuff off. All right, let's get the seat pulled off. This front seat just lifts up from the back and it pops off. The seat's in overall pretty good shape. I don't see no major issues with it. So that is at least a good sign for that. So I'm assuming that these are the wires for that back tail light. It looks like they go up and then through to the main wiring harness up front. So we'll have to look at that. We have this wire here and this wire here. I'm not quite sure where these go. I kind of assume they go down here for this brake switch. At least that's where I hope they go anyway. Let's just plug these up. I know you guys really can't see it, but we're just gonna snag on them real quick and see if we can get this brake light to light up. That'd be like the easiest fix in the world for today. Okay, so that's a barrel there, so we'll just try to plug that in. This one here, I don't know what we have here. I don't believe that's gonna fix anything. No, that doesn't fix nothing. Let's try to plug it in. Don't plug in the other one, okay. All right, so we are going to try to jam this into this one. Let me grab a piece of wire real quick. We're gonna do the right thing here. And we're just gonna use some extension cord wire. I feel like that's probably the best thing. Okay, we're just gonna jam this in there. I'm gonna stick that in there. Okay. Okay, well, that don't work. So if we plug this in, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me jam this back in there and I'll grab you real quick. Okay, we're gonna move around to the other side of the... All right, that way you have a good view. So I jammed the wire. I don't know if you guys can see that from there, but I jammed it in there. We're gonna stick it in this barrel jack. I'm assuming that's what it is. So we stick that in there, and we push it. It just, it cuts the brake light off. So I don't know what's going on there. So that is evidently the wrong wire because this thing's already extremely hot. We're probably gonna pull a bunch of this stuff apart just to figure out what is going on here. So with that going off, that leads me to believe that that is the wrong thing. So we will plug this up here. We're gonna go the opposite way. I don't know if this is gonna do any good or not, or if it's gonna blow a fuse or whatever. Same thing. And it's hot again. I don't really know what else to do to that. All right, so we know that hot wire doesn't go there. See, I'm confused. I need a wiring diagram. Yeah, we may just grab a wiring diagram and come back to the tail lights. So another thing we're gonna have to address too is that there's no back mount for this tank. Finding a mount for the back of this tank, I haven't been able to yet, besides on like eBay and stuff, and I'm not really wanting to pay for a brand new one. I can't remember how much they were. I think they're like $10 or so. However, I do have a couple of 3D printers. So we're probably just gonna try to 3D print a new mount for this. It's not gonna be the same, but I think we can meet all this with a bolt and center. So we're gonna do that. As far as everything else goes, we've got our work cut out for us. Doesn't look like I'm able to fix a whole lot today, but I mean, we got a platform to start with anyway. I'm not quite sure the tail light issue to figure out what's going on there because the wires are just kind of jumbled up. We have this wire here that just has a, we just have this wire here that's a fusible link. So I'm not sure what that does. I know it goes up here to the solenoid, if you guys can see that. But it goes from a red wire to a black wire. We've got this guy here that I'm not quite sure what to do with yet. It does not go to the tail light, that is for sure. I tried to do that. So I don't know what to do there. Like I said, we got a whole bunch of parts coming in for it for sure. As far as I can tell, we should be good there. I want to try one more thing while we're here because one of those is a ground. So we've got that wire jammed into that. Where did my wire go? Hang on. Oh, there. See, we're using this wire. Just a extension cord wire, nothing special. So I wonder if we take, oh, this is hard to do. I wonder if we take it, do that with it, and then we find a ground to jam this into. I wonder if we can situate it that way or not. All right, well, I can't hold the camera right either, apparently. So I'm gonna try to find a ground here. That's plastic, that ain't gonna work. Well, I keep leaving you guys in the dirt here because I can't figure this camera out how to point it. I don't think that's gonna do anything. Nope, nothing, just stays. Okay, we get another big wire real quick and then we'll try this again. Okay, we're back. We got some of this super expensive wire. It's just, again, cut household wire. I think it come off like a fan or something like that. Well, I'll be. All right, we're gonna try this again. Let's see what we got now. Well, we have absolutely nothing. Okay, so we're gonna pop, see this, I don't quite understand that wire. So we're gonna hook this guy back up here. I'm assuming that that's probably maybe correct. Okay, we're just gonna jam this end here back down this barrel connector again. Okay, that should be good. Well, we're not sparking. And it just cuts off again. I don't understand. So that leads me to believe that this wire is backwards, maybe. Where did I put the other wire? Well, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna jam this wire up in here. We're going to jam this wire down in here. And now we're doing a whole bunch of wire jamming here that I probably shouldn't be doing, but that's okay. Ow, wire stabbed me in the finger. Okay, yes, no. It just keeps cutting the taillight off. So definitely got something wrong. We're not gonna keep, okay, we're not gonna keep messing with that today. I'm gonna have to get a wiring diagram on it. So unfortunately we're not gonna do nothing today to it. We're gonna look up a wiring diagram on it. It's pretty simple, but not simple enough. I am, however, gonna go ahead and cut this off because I don't need that on there. So let's get this off here. We're gonna, if we want taking the motor or the tires off and take the motor out and everything else, we're gonna wash the frame down, repaint the frame. We're just gonna do it all the way. And with paint, I mean spray paint. We're not doing this any other way. Okay. So I don't really know. I guess they charged phones with this or something. Okay, let's pop this tank off real quick. That way I can figure out where this wire goes. Hopefully we don't fall here. Okay. So the tank's pretty easy to pop off if you don't know how. You just grab the back of the tank and then pull towards you. Be careful because it has rubber underneath it. So you just pull like that. What is that? Well, let me bring you on in here to look at this. What is this? What? Wait. Huh. That is that. So that went to that charger. It don't even work. Okay. Well, we'll pull that off here. Doing this with one hand is not very easy. Okay. Well, that eliminates that. So we did do something to it today. I just don't know what else has been jerry-rigged. We got wires just hanging here. There's just, I don't know if the electrical tape is like a factory thing, or I'm sure this is not. There's just black tape all over everything. I don't really understand. The bushings for the gas tank seem to be okay. I can 3D print these as well with some rubber. It's 3D printed stuff, so we've got that at least working for us. I did paint these to see what they would look like. I didn't sand them or nothing. I just did the right thing and painted them straight without anything. I didn't even wipe fingerprints off of them, so that's good. This gas tank's gonna go green. That color to be exact. And the reason being is because it was the cheapest painted ollies that we could pick up. It is a Rust-Oleum custom though, so hopefully it will hold real well. Gloss camo green. And we're gonna see what we can do with it to change the whole look of the bike. So yeah, bike's got a decent amount of miles on it. I gotta fix that as well. That's like the, I don't know if you can see that. Nope, not with my hand over it. That's like a gasket that I guess goes up in there to keep it waterproof. So we're gonna fix that. And by fix it, I mean we're probably gonna pull it off and put RTV on it. So we're gonna order some new mirrors as well, because these have little cracks and stuff in this one. These are fine, but I think I want an oval or round. This one's really bad, as you can see. But the bike's gonna be a fun project. It's gonna be something that I can go through, that I can repair, and I can slowly put it all back together to factory. My wife sat on this bike earlier, and she weighs like 110 pounds and pushed the back down, so we're gonna get new shocks for it as well, because those have got to be gone. We'll probably wind up with new grips. We're definitely gonna wind up with these, because all these are beat up. They've got household bolts in them. The brake wiring here is all kind of janky. They don't even have clips on them. It's just wires rounded into the hole. I doubt you'll be able to see this, but this one here doesn't even have the prong sticking out for the brakes. So we're gonna order new these thingies. We're gonna order new ones. It's been laid down at some point in time in its life too, so we're gonna grab this and replace this with a LED. That way it'll be brighter, and it'll come with the whole housing and everything. So that will be good. We're gonna have to adjust the back brakes as well. The back brakes are pretty terrible. They don't grip very well, so we're gonna have to do that. We may even replace those while the tire's off. But it is a running bike that I have thought about a lot, decided to make videos on. We're gonna make a multi-part series, and we're just gonna go through the whole thing. So that's where we're at. We will get back to this bike once I get parts, or we may get back to another video once I can make this piece here. I may even do a video on me designing this to try to make that work. So we'll have to take a bunch of measurements there and get everything set up. We've got a laptop set up here, so we're gonna set the 3D printer up there. It's gonna be easy to 3D print because I've got TV set up here, so we can pull everything up on the TV and actually be able to go through the whole thing, design everything right here in the garage. I've got a couple colors, black and white. I've got a ton upstairs as well. But like I said, that is it for today. We are going to figure out how to work on this bike and how to get it as good as I can for very low money. That's what my plan is. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on it. Carburetor's already going to be $70, so we've got that going to be ordered here in the next couple days. But that is all for today. We will figure it out as we go. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and comment. I don't know anything about these. As much help as I can get on the wiring, more help I can get on the carburetor, or anything like that can save you money, I appreciate. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how you like it.